What up, YouTube? Friday afternoon, I made another haul to the antique, or another haul. I made another trip to the antique mall where I found the Bugattis. And that day, when I was leaving, I made a comment to the guy that checked me out because he was asking me about them. And he's like, "So, do you collect or do you resell?" And I said, I do both. I'll probably keep a couple and I'll probably trade or sell a couple for some other stuff. And that was it. And then, I left. Well, today, 2 weeks later, my first day back, the owner, like, power walks up to me and confronts me about the whole thing, about opening a sealed case that was sitting there right next to the pile. And it was pretty awkward, but I'm like, dude, you're blaming me because you priced stuff incorrectly. Like, you wouldn't even know if I didn't say anything about it. I said, next time I'll just keep my mouth shut. But it's just crazy. Like, they got all butthurt that I got 6 Bugattis for $12 when, they're the ones that sold them to me. So, what's the problem? They don't need to be a dick to me about it. So that kind of pissed me off. I almost walked out, but they had a couple things I really wanted, so this is one of them. Now, this is an odd scale, so I'm not going to open it. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it. Maybe trade bait if anybody wants it. But it's a nice Ferrari. But it's a weird scale. It's like, it has rubber tires. I don't know if it's definitely not 64. I think it's even too big for the 55 scale, like the Fast and Furious J does. It looks even a little bigger than that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but for $2, I couldn't leave it. So I just feel like cracking some cars, so let's do it. It's not, there's a couple of cool pieces in here. This Hummer is not one of them. But it is cool because this is metal. It's a metal body. I guarantee you, if they were to cast this today, it would be a plastic body on a metal base. Or probably plastic body, plastic base, and then they do like metal trim or something just to minimize the amount of metal. It's a pretty cool casting. I don't mind the casting. I don't really care much for the tampo work. The casting itself is kind of cool. I like it. It's just the deco. Found another donk. I don't know how I missed this last time. I was kind of on a budget though. But that's pretty cool. A little Monte Carlo, Montezuma, donk sitting on 45s or whatever it is. I have the Impala. I have an Oldsmobile. Now I have the Monte Carlo. Not that I'm too into these, because I'm not terribly into them, but they're kind of cool. You don't see them too often. I don't see them too often. I grabbed some more Ferraris for the collection. Just a couple of Ferraris. This one, I have this in red, the 550 Maranello. Now, this one, it doesn't actually look that bad with the flamage. Flames on a Ferrari, Ferraris are classy, fast, luxurious sports cars. So, not really digging flames on a Ferrari. With that said, I don't think they are terribly designed. I think, no, it's not. So never mind. I was gonna say something, but it's not. So in that same Ferrari Heat 5-car subset, I also found the 456M. Very similar Very similar. It's green instead of black, but still a metal base. So that's pretty cool. A couple of Ferraris. I actually found a few more. I found this one, 348, the tri-spoke. Take that one out. This is black. This actually looks pretty good. It's got smoked windows, got the Hot Wheels in the back window, the tan interior. I don't mind the tri-spoke wheels on this car, surprisingly. So this one is a plastic base, but I'd love to keep adding to the Ferrari collection. This one is a final run on the 308. Now, I have a few of these final runs. I have the Auburn, I have the 1980 Ford Bronco with the motorcycle on the back. They back at this time, like late 90s, they did a pretty good job with the final runs. The few that I have really good quality paint. This has really cool racing tampos. It's got a nice like metal flake blue 10-spoke wheels, which is probably the one thing I'm not a huge fan of. But then again, at that time, 98 or 99, whenever it was, maybe 2000, I don't know. I don't think that they had a lot to choose from. They didn't have the faster than evers at that time, I don't think. So anyways, this is not one that I found today. It's one I've had that I've been wanting to open. It's on the Speed Points card. It's got the pink racing stripes with the silver hot ones. And this is a 348 as well. So we can see the difference between the black one and this one. I had a couple people about a year ago that were really interested in this car just because of that card. Those 10 points. Anyways, the interior on this is ridiculous for a Hot Wheels. Look at that interior. Two-tone, red and white. Come on, focus, buddy. Focus. Two-tone red and white interior. That's a mainline Hot Wheels. I don't know if I've seen that before. And then the silver Ultra Hots, Ferrari 348. That's awesome. I really like that car. Alright, let's focus that up real quick, and then we'll get on to some other stuff. So, found this. I don't have the GTO. I have the White Lightning, but I don't have the brown one or the blue one. So let's get this out of here and get it on the Johnny Lightning shelf. These Johnnies are nice. They very much resemble the Auto World, which is one of my favorites. They have extremely good detail. Silver trim around the windows and doors. Highly detailed headlights and brake lights. License plates. Those might be licensed Krager wheels. I don't know for sure on that, but they look like they could be. Again, very detailed front end. They do have opening hood with motor. So I do like these Johnny Lightnings, and that one is a good roller, which is nice because sometimes they're not. And I got a few other cars that I wanted to open. I just did a trade. This came as part of the trade. This was a total extra. he asked me what other stuff I'm into, and I told him I like late 80s, early 90s Matchbox, and he threw this in the box. And I'm stoked that he did, because I love this casting, and I don't have it. I will be showing the the rest of that trade tomorrow, probably tomorrow or Sunday. Just waiting on a package, and then I'm going to have a dedicated video with some other stuff that I found today. So that's a video I'm pretty looking forward to. Anyways, this is the Ford Supervan 2. It kind of, whoa, is that crap? Oh, that's just part of the wrapper. It kind of seems like it's part of the theme of the Supervan from the Heritage series, but with the spoiler. You know, it's a similar theme going on. But that's cool. I do like those old Matchboxes a lot. And let me see if I can move some of these and show you guys what's up with it. Because these Matchboxes from back then, this is 1987. They have the suspension, and it just rolls so nice. It's smooth, it's quiet. So that is cool. I'll have to message him to say thank you. And then I found 4 of the 5 of these today at my local Toys R Us. I had to hide the other 3. There were 4 of them that I found. The Volkswagen was missing. But at Toys R Us, these are $6 a piece. So for that price, I'm not doing it. But I did get the Magnus Walker Urban Outlaw. I think the next one I'll get is the 993. So, yeah, a couple videos ago, I found the Japan cars. This is a set that I'm going to put together loose and carded and never part with, because I'm not huge on Hot Wheels, but where I really dislike Hot Wheels is with fantasy cars. So when they do a series like this that is dedicated to the legacy of auto manufacturing around the world, it's a series I can really get behind. And the fact that they're metal on metal with real riders, part of the adult collector line, I think they're going to be highly collectible. A lot like the Retro Entertainment set. So the last car, I found this at the antique shop. Probably overpaid for it. I paid $3. So I don't know. Maybe that's a fair price. I don't know. But I love this casting. The Hot Wheels casting is hugely popular right now. That gasser, whether it's mainline or the Candy Striper, the Super, they're going for crazy money. I mean, I'm seeing lots of 10 of the mainlines raffle for like $30. So that's crazy. That's like Datsun prices right now. And it's the Matchbox Coca-Cola. This is not a gasser, but I don't know. Kind of looks like one. Let's see what it looks like when it's out of this yellow blister. Take a better look at the stance. This is part of why you got to open your cars, because we don't know what kind of damage those rubber bands have done. But they are deadly to your die cast. So don't be afraid to free the piece. Just don't be afraid to do it. Sometimes you're saving the car by opening it. Packaging can do damage, and at least when you have the vehicle out of the packaging, you know how the car is going to be cared for. You know, man, this is on there. Okay, cool, got it. So this is sweet. It is plastic base, rubber tires. These Matchbox rubber tires are weird for Mattel rubber tires of the time frame. They do not come off the wheel like the Hot Wheels Real Riders do. They are stuck on there. The only way that they would come off is if you could take it off the axle and pop the rim wheel insert off. So I think this thing is sweet. I think it's an awesome color combination, the yellow and white. It's Coca-Cola, which is Americana, iconic. It's got a great stance. It's got really good detail for being a cheap Matchbox car. Look at that Chevy logo there. So that is sweet. I'm glad. When I was there getting the Bugattis 2 weeks ago, they had about 6 of these. I went back today and they had 2. So I'm glad that they still had a couple. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, it'll either be tomorrow evening or Sunday sometime during the day. I'm going to do a dedicated video for, it's going to be Auto World, and it's going to be a few things that you haven't seen on my channel. They are out there. There are videos out there. But it's going to be an Auto World dedicated video where I'm going to talk about Auto World. And hopefully you guys will tune into that. And that's all I got. So have a great Friday night. I got to work tomorrow, so that sucks. But I will holler at you guys tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening. Take care.